What's up everyone? Welcome back to Vlogging with Vidales. This week is a special vlog. This is going to be my first sit down vlog and kind of just a vlog for me to share about a little bit of information that I've accumulated over the past few years and also asked and got some tips and tricks of my own. So this one is obviously about social media. Our generation, we grew up with social media, so I think it's important nowadays to use that social media to help you and not hurt you, because a lot of people can get into trouble with social media, and it's been a big problem. I feel like the past couple of years it getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and people don't really know how to handle themselves on social media. So I have a few tricks for you. I'm hoping that you can get some information from this. These are things that I wish I knew whenever I was younger. Even for people watching that are older than me, I feel like you guys can benefit from this too. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my tips. Number one tip, don't use social media as a journal. Journals are personal, and you want your social media to be personal, but you don't want everybody or all of your followers, however many followers it may be. You may have 5 followers, you may have 500 followers, you may have 5,000 followers, and it's a huge, when you get that following, to know that everyone's watching your every little move. Especially as a college athlete, you have people looking and checking and what is she posting, what is this person doing. So personally, I don't use my social media as a journal. If I'm feeling a certain way, I'm gonna call up my mom or I'm gonna call up my friends and be like, hey, like, I could use some encouragement right now. Or hey, like when I had a flat tire, for instance, I called Ashley. Obviously I was vlogging, so that's kind of different, but I called Ashley. I was like, hey, like, man, I can't believe this. I'm having such a bad day. I could have easily gone to Twitter and been like, wow, I can't believe I have a flat tire. This is ridiculous and all that stuff. But that's not who I am. That's not what I want to use my social media as. So that's an important thing for me. So if you're ever feeling something, get a journal, get a real journal, write your emotions down, because whatever goes on the internet stays on the internet. Tip number 2 would be interactions. Social media is the perfect example of interactions. Every day, every time you like a tweet, every time you retweet, every time you like a post on Facebook, you're interacting with another person. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that the smallest moves on social media are interactions, whether it's a good interaction or a bad interaction. And I think a lot of people don't realize that social media is a great way to communicate if you use it that way. So in high school, I know a lot of people would get in Twitter fights. And for me, I tried to stay away from that, knowing that I was going to college and gonna go play, and I knew that coaches looked at my social medias. So I preferred to stay off social media, anything that dealt with drama, whatever it may be. So use your interactions on Twitter in a good way and not a bad way. So support people, tell people you like what their feed is about, just certain things like that. But stay away from Twitter fights, Instagram fights, whatever it may be. That looks bad on you. It doesn't matter if it's your fault. It doesn't matter if it's their fault. No matter what, no one looks good in that situation. So just try to stay away from it. And another thing would be, don't cuss. Just don't do it. Don't do it. You know, coaches look at that. And that goes into tip number 3. Coaches and employers, for people who aren't playing softball, coaches look at your social media. Whether you're a recruit, whether you're a possible recruit, they're not even talking to you yet, they're looking at it. They are trying to see what type of kid you are. What are you doing on social media? Are you the one that's picking fights? Are you that one that's cussing out someone because they cut you off in the parking lot? Something. Anything that they can find that's gonna show who you are as a person, they're gonna look at it and they're gonna take that into consideration. And that's a huge thing for employers too. You only wanna put images and words, content, whatever it may be out there that you want to represent who you are as a person. And if you're putting pictures of you partying and whatever else it may be, that's who you're gonna come off as, and coaches look at that. I know in football, baseball, softball, obviously all the sports, they've had people who have lost their scholarships over social media, and what a crappy way to lose your scholarship over something you said that you didn't even need to say on Twitter. Like, go and say it to someone else, but don't put it on Twitter. Whatever you put on the social media outlets stays. That is there forever, and that's something important. Even if you delete a tweet, if you delete a post, it will stay on the interwebs. Don't post it if you don't want it to be seen. Okay? The fourth tip I have for you guys is social media is not where you're gonna see people's failures, okay? Social media are people's highlight reels, and that's so important for us to know. People use social media nowadays to compare how cool their life is or whatever it may be, and let me tell you, who's gonna put something on their Instagram that says they're not perfect, or they're not the best softball player, or the best whatever it may be? I don't even know, but who's gonna put on their Instagram that they struck out 3 times in a game? Probably no one, right? Who's gonna post that they hit a home run in a game? Probably everyone. So that's important to realize, because there's so many comparisons that are being made in between people from day to day, is that people think, oh, her life's so cool on Instagram or Twitter, she's always going somewhere or whatever, and the truth is you don't know their story, you don't know what's going on, and people aren't going to put their bad things in life on Twitter or on Instagram for you guys to see. So I think it's important to remember that you're not going to see people's failures on social media. So don't use social media as a measurement of how to live life or a measurement of how great your life is. And especially as a college athlete, that's important, because a lot of people get caught up in the followers and get caught up in how many people say that they're their favorite athlete, and I think it's all bull. You know, I don't really care. I mean, I post on my social media what I want to post, and people get so concerned with likes and followers and all this stuff, and that's not important. Social media is used for interaction, like I said, and that's important, but that's not all there is to life, and that's not all there is to college sports either. I do this because I love this. I love to play softball. I love my teammates. I love my university. And that's what I'm here for. I could honestly go without social media, except I'm here to help you guys. So the last tip number 5, your social media is a direct representation of who you are as a person. Each post that you post is telling people who you want to be. So you're branding yourself as a person who has a social media. When someone goes to your profile, goes to your link, whatever it may be, whatever you have posted on there is a direct reflection of who you are and who they're gonna think you are. Think about it. If somebody goes to your profile and has no idea who you are, has never met you before, doesn't know any people that you know, no mutual friends, nothing, what are they gonna think of you? Are they gonna see that you're trash talking this team? Are you gonna see that you're complaining about homework? Are they gonna see something about you telling off your teacher? Whatever it may be, that is what they see. That is what they immediately think of you, no matter what. So whatever you think about yourself, are you reflecting that in your social media posts? This is my little rule. So every post you make, would you be okay with your grandmother seeing this post? This is a phrase that a lot of people use, but a lot of people don't really think about it. Personally, my grandma, you saw her in the first vlog, or in the weekly routine vlog, my grandma actually has a social media. She has a Twitter and she has a Instagram. She likes to keep up with us because we're always on the go. But think about, if your grandma was to sit down and read your tweets, would she be proud of the person that you are portraying yourself to be? Is that who you really are from day to day? And I think a lot of people think that they'll say yes, but I guarantee if you sat them down and their grandma read their post, that she probably wouldn't be very happy. Hopefully you guys know my social media handles. You can check out the way that I like to do my social media. It's not really anything special, but if you want a few tips and tricks, what to post, what not to post, you can do that, because it's social media. It's on there forever for everyone to see. So Torville Slugger, put it right here. Right there. So go ahead and follow me if you aren't already. I hope you learned some super helpful tips and tricks in this video. Leave any comments down below if you have any more questions. I'd love to answer some more questions about social media. Social media is such a huge part of our life nowadays that the more help you can get, the better. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I know a lot of you have subscribed, but you haven't liked the video. Liking the video just gets it out to more people, so more people can watch. Also share this. I mean, social media is such a huge thing nowadays that everyone needs to learn how to operate it, and things to do, things not to do. So if you know someone that's getting recruited to play any college sport, anything like that, if you're looking for someone who's looking to get a job, if you know someone who needs to know how to work social media better, point them to this video. I hope you guys loved it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys, thanks, and gig 'em. Do you like my setup? Also my picture that Ashley got me. It's me, Ashley, and Sarah. My besties. Social media.